Hi everybody, it is Sean once again. Welcome back. Thank you for chiming in on my channel. If you haven't already, please press the like button. It tells YouTube that this video is worthy of other people's attention, helps the channel grow. If you like the content and you believe other people can benefit, other private security professionals, please, the best thing that you can do for some people is to forward other people these videos that they can perhaps use for training or to better their career, better their life in general. So today's video, I'm actually going to address a question here. And this question is from Fire Lover number 1. Fire Lover number 1 says this: talk about when the client just doesn't like the guard assigned for whatever reason. So what he basically wants me to talk about is, what can we do, or what are the repercussions for us being removed from a post just because the client doesn't like us? Or can we be removed from a post? Just like any other video, this is not legal advice. This is not professional advice that I have. I'm not a licensed attorney. You guys know that by now. If you don't, you do know now. The client can choose whoever they want on the property. The only problem that I see is this: if they don't want you on the property because of a protected class. So for example, they don't want you on the property because of your skin color, because you're green, because of your culture, because of the color of your skin, which covers being green, right? They don't like your religion. They don't like the fact that you have a physical disability. If it's for those reasons, they cannot discriminate against you. Did you guys know that discrimination is legal? It's perfectly legal until you discriminate against somebody based on a protected class. And we just discussed and commented on several of different classes of people that are routinely discriminated upon. Now, does discrimination occur in the United States? I believe it does. Other areas, it's a lot more different. Maybe it's a lot more common. But discrimination does still occur. So what can we do about this? If we're being moved to another property because the client doesn't like you. You guys, it is very difficult to prove that you were discriminated upon because of a protected class. It can be expensive, getting an attorney involved, time consuming, but it's very difficult to develop evidence, or not develop evidence, to produce evidence that you were discriminated on because of a protected class. It's the cases that you hear are the cases that go on TV or some that reach the Supreme Court. But most cases, okay, they might, if even that, they might reach a Superior Court, but many times the case is settled or the case is thrown out because there's no merits. But rarely are they going to the Court of Appeals, rarely are they going to Supreme Court cases. It's very difficult to prove a discrimination claim. So what can you do? I want to be upfront here. There's not much you can do if you want to be removed. I would just ask your employer why. And I think any respectable employer would give you a reason why. Now, unfortunately, the client doesn't have to give you a reason. That's the client. Okay. There could be a breach of contract for removing you, but there's probably a clause that's in the contract that the client asked for, and that clause, it's most likely that they have input on who gets hired to protect the property and who is to remain on the property after being hired. Okay, they have a lot of discretion, and you're going to have very, very little recourse. Just try to find out through your employer. That way you can work on whatever issue it is. I'd rather have an employer be upfront with me rather than not give me no information. And then talk to your coworkers as well. Ask, hey, do you know why I'm being removed from this property? Why am I being sent to another? It's never happened to me. I have never been removed from a property, but I've worked with other guards who have been removed from a property because of behavior issues, but every single one of the guards that came to my post, and I wasn't in a supervisor capacity, they were a handful, you guys. And there's a reason why nobody wanted them at that post. So if you're getting a coworker that it's not just working out with you, and this coworker came from another post, there's a really good reason why. You see this in law enforcement agencies. Some deputies or officers, it doesn't work out in at the main station where they're assigned, and then you have these little substations in the middle of Egypt. In the middle of Egypt, you get assigned these stations that are 200 miles from your house, 100 miles from the house. There's definitely a problem, I think. Now, some people, they want to promote and they'll send you to somewhere far away, but if if you're being sent to another post or somewhere far away, there's a reason behind it. Okay. And I don't want you to always think, well, it's not my fault, it's my employer. If you go to numerous employers, different employers, and I will upset some people here, but that's fine. But when you go to a different post, and every single post you go to, you keep getting removed, guys, you're the problem. Your employer's not the problem. You are the problem, and there's something that you got to work on. Ask for honesty, ask for your fellow coworkers, and if they give you honesty, don't criticize them. Don't take any offense to it. The other day, I got an evaluation, some weeks ago, got an evaluation, and the evaluators basically, this is my teaching job. In a way, they're kind of hinting, hey, you know what? It's just something that we routinely do. We do these evaluations. Basically, kind of like, hey, you're going to be fine. But I asked them this. I said, hey, any constructive criticism is always welcome. I can always improve as an instructor. So if there's anything, I know there's something, please let me know. I'm open to criticism. But don't be that guy or that gal that doesn't want criticism from other employees. Because the moment you start criticizing your fellow employees who want to give you feedback, that's not good, you guys. And by the way, if your fellow coworkers, if they give you input on something, their opinion on your work behavior, that's a good thing. It's a good thing because they care. If they didn't care, they wouldn't tell you nothing and just let you keep falling forward. Eventually you start falling backwards. So that's all I have. If I offended you because you're that guy, or you're telling yourself, no, that's not me, it's always my employer. No, stop blaming everybody but yourself. The moment that you can look in the mirror and say, hey, I screwed up and I need to change, you're gonna see positive progress. It's gonna take some time, but you'll see some positive progress, and people around you will tend to be more positive. So take it for what it's worth. Hope you like this video. Please comment if you have any questions, suggestions, input. This isn't my channel. This is our channel. This is a community channel. You guys all take care and be safe.